Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm with my friend Cindy.
Hello.
Please introduce yourself, Cindy.
Hello. My name is Cindy. I'm 18 years old. I'm
Okay.
18 years old.
The reason why I wanted to make this video was because I saw a video from Purple Palace, who is an expat living in Paris, and she made a video about how it was like being an American in France. So anyway, I wanted to talk about how it was like being Filipino in Tokyo, since I know you guys have been asking me like how is it like here? Are people racist here? All these questions. So without further ado, let's get into the questions. So number one, how long have you been in Japan, Cindy?
I've worked here for 2 years now, but I also came here first as an exchange student when? Like 5 years ago. So nung 13 ako.
She's really not any of those ages, but yeah.
But yes, I first came here as an exchange student, so I was here for 10 months. Oh, my bird. Tapos
It's okay.
near
Almost 3 years. And I've been living in Japan for almost 2 years. Almost. In next April, it'll be 2 years. Yes. Next question. What brought you to Japan?
When I was younger, I was into anime.
Like everybody else in next
Like,
Japan.
yeah, I was your typical weeb, pero so I think a lot of people can relate to this, but I would watch like shows on Animax pa yarn. Tapos like
Cardcaptor.
Hero, so age reveal, nanood ako na. I would watch shows on Animax, on Hero. and
Hero
where
was
else?
Tagalog dubbed, right?
Yes,
Yes.
it didn't matter because I was a weeb. I'll take what I can get. So I was like that, and then from there, when I got older, slightly older, I moved. I kind of
Migrated.
I evolved from liking 2D things into like 3D things. So I started liking idols and like mga artista, and then from there, because it's pretty eventual when you start watching a drama, you're going to stumble upon a drama that has like an idol starring in it. So whenever I would watch dramas that had idols in them, I would, because if you like someone, you like an actor or actress, you want to get to know them better. So that was me. Like I would like this actor, and then he turned out to be an idol, and then from there, like I started liking dramas and idols, and still I am like that to this day.
You follow her Arashi. Oh no, Johnny's fan account, right?
No, wag.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
So yes, that's
Yes,
it.
so that's
Yes.
what brought you to Japan.
Yeah.
For me, I guess it's kind of the same thing. I like
Damn
anime growing
birds.
up. Yeah, there are lots of crows because we're in Yoyogi Park right now. And you might not hear us, but we're gonna try to speak very loudly. So yes, I also did like anime for a while until I was shamed in grade school. Yeah, so my friends and I in high school had to call it sports.
Comment me also down below if ikaw din.
Like this video of you were Sean. I just hate how like anime is so mainstream right now. But before, we had to like hide it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then after that, when I got my first job, I realized that, oh hey, I can use this money to travel. And then I went to Japan, and it was always like a dream of mine to come here. And I was like, oh, I'm never gonna live here though. Like there's just no way for me to live here. But anyway, I found a way, which is through language school. Then I found a job. So yeah. Next question. How did you learn Japanese?
When I started for real, it was when my mom bought me this like you know those books where it's like beginner's guide to blah blah blah.
That's nice.
So my mom got me this beginner's guide to
Japanese?
writing katakana,
Oh.
hiragana, kanji. So she got me that, and then I remember just going through it once and then remember everything. I don't know why. Big brain things. So,
Wow. What do you call that? Your brain has a lot of swirls. What do you call that?
I don't know. Ano
Like,
yun?
yeah, it has a lot of like wrinkles. Like the more wrinkles your brain has, the smarter you are. Supposedly.
Okay.
Yeah, so you have a lot of
she had a
wrinkles.
wrinkly brain.
So I guess for me, how I started learning Japanese was similar to after a few trips to Japan with my hard-earned work money. I decided to, why don't I just try to enroll in some Japanese lessons in Makati. And that's when I started. That was when I really started. Because I think for the longest time, I thought I wasn't smart enough to learn Japanese. Like, I was like, oh, you're never gonna learn Japanese. It's too difficult.
Same.
Like, you're not gonna get it. It uses 3 writing systems. The grammar's like whack, blah, blah. You'll never learn. And then one day, I just did it. I enrolled in a language institute in Makati. That was it. Yeah, basically. What do you do in Japan now?
I work in a media company. It's like my job is like 80% English, 20% Japanese. I don't have like a regular job shift, but it's a regular job is what I can say. Also, it's a job that deals with helping foreigners in Japan. That's why I have to speak both English and Japanese for my language.
Isn't that so cool? As for me, everybody knows that I'm an English teacher, and since my days off are also irregular, that's why Cindy and I hang out so much because she gets Monday and Tuesday off. I also get Monday and Tuesday off. So that's why it works out, and that's why we are friends till this day. What advice would you tell yourself before moving to Japan?
This is gonna sound super personal, but don't take Japanese studies. I realized that I could have taken another degree and studied Japanese classes on the side. So I could have had two things to me. I could have done more. So I would tell my past self that.
Just do more all the time. Okay. As for me, I think the advice I would give myself before I moved to Japan is that you need to study Japanese as soon as possible, and like don't hesitate to make mistakes, because until now I still hesitate. That's why my speaking isn't as good as Cindy. So what's a stereotype about Japan that is true?
People are super quiet on the trains. That's true.
For sure.
Yes.
For sure.
That's something I can think about right now. What else?
I think that's how you know who the foreigner is.
Yes.
In Japan, that's like the surest way to tell. If they're super noisy on the train or they talk a little bit louder than everybody else, it's obviously not from here, because if they were, they would definitely mind everybody else around them and do their best not to disturb the quiet. Another thing that's true about Japan is that for the most part, well, at least in Tokyo, I can safely say that the toilets are pretty clean.
Toilet paper.
Yes, there's always toilet paper no matter where you go.
There's always a trash can.
What else?
A lot of people bike.
A lot of people do bike. I think that's something that really shocked me when I first traveled to Japan.
A lot of people like to walk.
Yes, that's true. Especially
even I have
like,
learned to like to walk.
That's true. We walked, well, we didn't really walk that far, but we walked from Shinjuku Sanchome to Yoyogi, and then we walked from Harajuku Station to this part of the Yoyogi Park. What's a stereotype about Japan that is absolutely not true?
People are polite.
Okay, that is a little controversial, but yes, I have to agree with Cindy.
People are polite. People are hospitable.
Yeah, people are like generally super duper kind. I think the super duper part,
they're not different from
anybody
other people
else
in the world. Like, I know it doesn't matter which country you go to, there's always nice people and mean people. It's the same here.
Yeah, it's not especially just because it's Japan. Yeah. I think another kind of controversial thing is that sometimes there is still racism. Just like in every other country, there is racism. But in Japan, you will feel it. Especially when you're apartment hunting. I think that's the most time you will feel racism here in Japan. Especially, I think, like, as a Filipino, I would say. Because from personal experience, I remember when I was looking for my very first apartment, there were times where I found an apartment listing that I really liked, and my fudosan or my real estate agent would call to ask if it's okay for me to live there. And most of the time, it wasn't okay because I was a foreigner. There's even this one time they asked what kind of foreigner I was or where I was from, and she said, oh, Philippine Jindes, or like Philippine person, somebody from the Philippines. And yeah, I wasn't allowed to live there simply because I was Filipino. Doesn't matter if I was able to pay the rent, but what mattered was my passport, which, yeah, I think you guys need to understand that. Like, no country is a perfect country. I'm not saying like Japan sucks because that happens. No. What are your future plans in Japan?
My visa is valid for 3 more years.
Yeah,
I do
like
not.
a million more
I don't
years.
plan on going home. I don't want to go home. It's like, for myself, I want to move into a better place. Not there, but into a better, like, mortal place. Like, gusto ko pang gumanda.
Okay, she wants to be prettier, for those of you at home who can't understand Tagalog.
Like, there's no limit to that. So, I want... Yeah, so those are my plans for now. But none of them include... none of them include going home. But if I do go home,
On
money.
the off chance, okay.
Yeah.
So that now everybody knows what Miss Cindy's plans are. As for me, my future plans in Japan, I think the biggest thing right now is to get N2 or N1.
Oh my god, di ko iniisip yun.
And to become a permanent resident, because that's really what I want.
Oh yeah.
I love Japan so much, and
Oh shit, di ko iniisip yun.
I wanna like live here.
I can't
forever.
believe I didn't think of that. Those are things I want to do too, like get better at Japanese and get permanent residency. I didn't think of those, but I thought of getting prettier. Diba?
Now we
At
know.
Cosme. Hire me.
Cosme is like a really huge makeup department store. We should go after that. How has Japan changed you? Ooh, okay, can I go first?
Okay.
Okay. So I think Japan has changed me in a way that it's pushed me to my limit for sure. Like, especially when I was living here as a student, I didn't know if I was going to be able to find a job. It really pushed me to think that not just because I think it's impossible doesn't mean it's actually impossible. And I think that was my biggest learning. Yeah, it was really difficult for me last year, hence my lack of uploads. But now I'm in a better place mentally, so I feel like I can really upload more. Yeah, how about you, Cindy? How has Japan changed you?
I think
Baby, crying.
I think
it's okay. Oh no, he's sad.
I think mood. Same.
Samed his hands in his pants, like upset.
Anyway,
Okay.
I think I kind of agree with what you said about like don't think anything's impossible because you haven't done it. Like one of the best things Japan has taught me, besides helping me further my Japanese skills, is to be independent.
True.
Because I didn't know how to do a lot of things. I used to be that kind of person who would be scared to call. I mean, that's still true to this day. Like, I hated calling Pizza Hut. I just hated phone calls and doing things on my own. Like, I don't know why, but I think I never knew why when I was younger, but I think it's because I had anxiety. Like, what's that? Social anxiety. And related to being independent and trying out new things, I think Japan also taught me to be braver.
Ooh, that's heavy.
Quote me.
Yes, get that on a t-shirt.
Because like what Heidi said, you don't really, it's just failure teaches you a lot of things, and ultimately those things will lead you to success.
Wow,
will lead
that's
to your
deep.
success, or will help you into becoming a better person.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you got to know more of how it's like being a Filipino in Japan. Basically, it's very difficult to get a job, but moving to Japan will really teach you and push you to your limits. It's also a really good opportunity for you to learn about yourself and another person's culture and how you can like react. I think the biggest thing that I've learned, going back, about being in Japan is that you cannot control what happens to you, but the biggest thing that you can control is how you react to it. So yeah, okay, I'm gonna stop this video right here, but yeah, thank you so much, Cindy, for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
She will join us in more videos, especially about learning Japanese, because she has been there and literally done that while I am still doing this and I am not yet done. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. I will link Cindy's socials below. Bye.
Bye.